You're watching Fuck You. Real talk, real laughs, real fun. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. This episode, the category is Laie Love. And this actually wasn't a planned video. I didn't plan on shooting this or talking about this, but I kind of just woke up today feeling a little bit inspired to talk about Laie Love. And I know a couple weeks ago I had two of my cousins join me where we did a welcome to Laie segment, but this video I kind of wanted to focus on the love that we have, we as in my Laie people have for each other. And most of you may know, but there's a couple of unfortunate events that happened within these last couple weeks that kind of just opened my eyes a little bit more now that I'm older at how much love our Laie people have for each other, especially, and how grateful I am to be able to have witnessed these things growing up, and now especially that everybody's moved to various places around the world. But if you don't know Laie, I'll share a little bit about my hometown. So in Laie, we run generations deep. And so everybody knows everybody. Everybody's somehow related to everybody. And I don't know if all of you, most of you I'm sure have heard the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And every time I hear this saying, I honestly think of Laie. I think Laie is a prime example of what it looks like to have an entire village or community raise a child. And you know, growing up, if you're from Laie and you grew up here in Laie, you can tell who's who, which family is driving just by their car. Everybody knows each other's cars. Everybody knows which street you live on. Everybody knows who you live by. We're just a tight-knit community like that. And I crack up every time because growing up, any adult had the right to check or to lick any of us kids if we acted out of hand. And, you know, some cases, the person or the adult that saw us kids acting out of hand would even take some of us to our parents, and they'd both lick us. And I just think, now that I'm older, I think that's so freaking hilarious that, you know, everybody just trusts everybody else. Everybody knows that we're all looking out for each other. We all want what's best for each other. And so they allow everybody, it's normal for adults to see you, if they see you acting stupid, to check you or to yell at you or scold you. I crack up because there's a meme I read recently where it said something along the lines of, I come from a community where if you don't know what you did wrong, guarantee somebody else in the community does. And you know, Laie, bruh, word travels fast in Laie. And if you're from Laie, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not from Laie, I'm telling you, if you're just 2 blocks down from where you live and you do something stupid, I guarantee you by the time you get home, your parents will have already found out what you did stupid and is waiting to lick you. And you know, I laugh too because the things that are spread in Laie doesn't even have to be true. If tea is spilt, I promise you that tea will be passed out like wildfire. Whether it's true or not, nobody even double checks to see if it's true. They just, once they hear it, girl, it's kind of like that telephone game. Sometimes where something is said and 10 people down the line not hear it, it's a whole different story. But, you know, in Laie, there's a lot of things Laie can work on, and by Laie I mean our Laie people. There's a lot of things that we can work on I think if there's one thing that Laie has no problem with, and that Laie does so perfectly, and I think that thing is that Laie people know how to love. And it's not the kind, you know, tell you love them, but the kind where they will literally go above and beyond, um, to do things for you. And recently we've lost a couple of our people, from our community, and I don't know why it's hitting me differently this time, um, or why I'm being more observant, but just to see the amount of support, the amount of love, shown on social media from our Laie people is just, it's unbelievable. It's a beautiful thing to see. And not only that, but to see people expressing their love for each other so publicly, so openly, so freely. That's just something Laie people do. And I'm sure I'm one of many, many people who take pride and am proud to say that I'm from Laie. And I honestly consider myself blessed to be raised here in this town. And I feel bad, for real. I feel bad for, the kids of Laie natives or locals who have moved, who aren't able to grow up here in Laie and witness every day the things that you can only witness and learn here in Laie. But I'm grateful for the examples that we have from this community in showing love, in giving whatever we have, no matter what circumstances. I've seen literally so many Laie people give everything they had, to somebody else who was in need. And it's a beautiful thing to witness. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of. And I promise you, when we Laie people put out for somebody, we put out 110%. We don't do none of this bubblegum stuff. It's always 110%. And Aunty Toe was a prime example of that, of giving everything she had, of loving no matter what. Every time we would see her, she would just have that Laie love. And I think she's an example like many others who have moved. And I think it's a great thing that so many of our Laie people have moved to various places around the world, because they're able to show that Laie love wherever they go. And I hear and I see, and I've witnessed numerous of times people who aren't from Laie express that, there's that certain type of love that Laie people have, that you can't find anywhere else. And I can promise you that. I don't know how often our people listen to the words or read the words, of the Laie Boy song by the one and only Fiji. But this morning when I was listening to it, I decided to read the lyrics. And once again, I don't know why it's only hitting me now, or it's only clicking in my head. Wait. And I don't know why, again, why it's only hitting me now, or why it's only now, making kind of an impact in my life. But once again, I don't know why it's only hitting me now, but the lyrics for that song, I think, is so simply put, but it's a perfect explanation of who we are as a people, and who we are as Laie. And so, I love you, my Laie people. I love you, Aunty Toe. Enjoy Fiji's Laie Boys and listen and apply the lyrics to your life. Alright, here we go.
to step back, step back. We got love, so you better not